When I watch porn, I only watch porn from verified users. If I see the check mark, I'm supporting the creators. Welcome to YouTube's favorite K-pop show, DK News. My name is Danny Kim, David Kim, and we have lots of news today. First up,
Big Hit's new boy group finally unveils. The Babies TXT finally debuts.
And G-Idol's Soyeon is caught pirating software.
Oh no!
Banned, cancelled.
And finally, 101 former member Kang is having disputes with his company.
And last but not least, we have an absolutely funny ass oopsie of the week.
Oopsie.
Very big oopsie. So first off, TXT.
T, where's the T? Oh, I have T.
Oh, okay.
TXT.
TXT. So tell me about TXT.
Do I have to really explain this?
No. I mean, for the 5 people that don't know in the audience who TXT is.
Okay, the non-Big Hit stands. So, to give you like the obvious info, Big Hit Entertainment's new boy group, TXT, has finally debuted, finally unveiled. So surprising, right? And it's composed of 5 members. Do you know all their names?
Hyunin Kai, Song something.
What?
I don't know.
There's no song.
Okay, well, Subin, Yeonjun, Beomgyu, Taehyun, Hyunin Kai.
Okay, Subin, Yeonjun, Beomgyu, Taehyun, and Hyunin Kai. These are the 5 members. They're the precious.
It's gonna take me a year to memorize those.
I already know their names and faces.
Okay.
They're so distinct. And they finally debuted with their title song, Crown. And they have 4 more songs in their albums. Go check it out.
They have a pretty funny song. Cat and Dog. The lyrics of that song, man.
These dudes are relatively young teenagers. They're like from 16 to 18, 19 years old. Teenagers, and obviously their songs like cover those kind of themes as well. The
growing up story.
Yeah, their title song Crown is about the growing pain. It's called 성장통 in Korean. I don't know if it's the right term, but the growing pains of a teenager. It's visualized in the way of like horns and crowns.
You're like growing shit out of your body.
About the song, on YouTube, it has broken a record for rookie K-pop idol groups. According to Big Hit, after 13 hours since this MV was dropped, it already surpassed 10 million views.
10 million views?
In 13 hours.
Holy
That's crazy, right? Like, so you can feel the hype around this whole group. And also to get you a feel of the hype, they've been trending #1 on Naver and Twitter with hashtags and Japan Line Music. And they've been #1 for 40 countries in iTunes, like Spain, Germany, blah, 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 blah.
They've been on this planet for like 3 days.
They were just born. And like, they're trending #1. Like, what a group. Big Hit put out their statement that they're confident that they'll deliver quality content and value to the K-pop industry. And they'll be the leaders of the 2019 K-pop trend. As #1 rookies. I'm actually surprised that Big Hit is labeling them as #1 rookies. They're actually
just putting it out there.
Yeah.
And it's only March. So can I just say this though? TXT took way too long.
He's not happy with the promotions.
I'm not happy with these labels trying to really elongate these promotions by like dropping like really meaningless teasers. I'm just gonna put it out there. There's meaningless teasers. You know, it's just milking the shit out of it for like 2 months. It's kind of lost steam for me. I kind of lost interest.
But it worked, nevertheless. I mean,
guess
I don't know if it's because
of
the marketing or if it's because like
they're
Big Hit, and obviously it goes to BTS, right?
Yeah.
So we can't leave out BTS from the talk.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say this, but we can't leave them out. And they themselves have actually mentioned BTS in their interview, and they've said
방탄소년단 동생이라는 수식어에 대해 수식어가 붙은 것만으로도 영광이라고 생각한다. 감히 그렇게 불려도 되는지 감사하게 생각하고 있다. 많은 분들이 기대해 주셨을 테고 걱정도 되고 부담도 되지만 더 열심히 해서 많은 분들께 사랑받는 선배님들의 명성에 누를 끼치지 않는
TXT가 되겠다. So They're really humble right now. Of course, they have to be humble, but
they existed for 3 days, man.
Baseline is they're saying like it's an honor that we can even be like called BTS's little brothers. Like they're like overwhelmed themselves. The word itself is overwhelming them, and they're so thankful about it. And they're gonna try their best to live up to BTS's reputation
and not taint the name.
Yeah, I've looked at a lot of Naver comments and the GP's opinions on TXT, and most of them think they're a really fresh and not childish, but youthful, playful group, and they like the concept. A lot of people are actually acknowledging the fact that none of the articles, I think it's Big Hit's a policy, but none of the articles are actually comparing or mentioning BTS whatsoever in.
I saw a lot of articles comparing it with BTS.
Well, maybe then that's like the minor.
Maybe Big Hit's policy just broke.
Yeah, but like a lot of people actually in the comments were saying, "Oh, I am so glad that they're not dragging BTS. They have their own concept and they're independent." The public opinion is very positive towards them, optimistic.
Okay, but can I just drop some more tea?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't impressed. I honestly thought if it wasn't for them coming from Big Hit, this was something that not a lot of people would have cared about.
Very specific niche here, I would say. Like the category here would be like really teen.
Puberty.
Yeah, puberty. Kids in puberty. People who have gone past their growing pain and puberty can't actually relate to this. So
I mean, I can be like, oh yeah, I used to be like that, but I kind of cringe when I think about my puberty days and the shit that I thought of. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, like I kind of cringe at Cat and Dog, you know? like that's like my puberty days. Like TXT is like, oh shit, I don't want to look at my old pictures.
You know, the point where you've gone wrong is that when you see the lyrics of Cat and Dog, you imagine something else, you know, about leashes and being your dog and stuff. So
Dominatrix.
That's how
I'm sorry, man. I said I wasn't impressed. That doesn't mean like they're not good. I perhaps expected something that was maybe a little bit deeper in meaning, but I guess I'm not the demographic for it.
Yeah, we're not the
demographic. But BTS, they were talking about school too when they started, but look at where they are now. So I think now this generation of teenagers, they have somebody they can relate to directly. It's their age, you know, and they can grow with this new group.
They'll
TXT.
grow up together. It's like
and become like, you know, BTS. I don't want to pressure them. I don't want to make them like feel pressured, but the expectations on them, if they don't become superstars, many people will be very disappointed.
But besides everything, I actually saw their live performances. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
It's amazing. Their choreography is like so like delicate and sophisticated, and it's so energetic.
I can't really pick who's the main dancer because like they're all really good.
The lines, you know, it's so complicated. I was having trouble following which member was going where. It's very, very good qualities.
Good luck to TXT.
Yeah.
We hope to hear more songs about puberty. Next news. G-Idol's Soyeon. She did an oopsie.
Uh-oh.
So Soyeon from G-Idol, she created songs like La Ta Ta and recently CLC's No.
Señorita.
She's a very talented songwriter.
Yeah.
I'm like really surprised. She's super talented. And some even label her as like the female G-Dragon.
Wow, like, that's the biggest praise you can get.
Yeah, and I think she has the potential. But she got into trouble for using pirated software.
Oh no, she's a pirate.
She's a pirate. She's 80s.
She's pirate king.
So, in a recent video released by Cube Entertainment on their YouTube channel, where they show Soyeon working, they show Soyeon's desktop on her MacBook, and basically it had a lot of files, and among them there were some pirated software for virtual instruments. So like the instruments that they use to make songs. Some of these pirated software, there were like thousands of dollars.
Really expensive ones?
Yeah. So it's like thousands of dollars worth of pirated software that was on her desktop. And her desktop was messy as fuck. So maybe she just left it there like a long time ago. Who knows? It got viral and a lot of people were like pointing that out and saying, oh, look. How ironic that she's showing this. She's so proud of her work, but then she uses pirated software. So Soyeon and Cube Entertainment basically put out an apology.
I am deeply looking back at my use and possession of pirated software. I remember using these programs when I was first learning how to write songs, trying out different software. But ever since I got into serious recording, I've been using all legal software.
I don't know. Do you believe that?
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, like, Why is it on the desktop, man? And Cube also put out an apology that basically said the same thing, and plus promised that they would support their trainees and artists with legal software. Yeah, which is what they should be doing all along. Like, I mean, Cube is a freaking huge company. I actually asked my producer friend, and he said this is just the reality of
course it is.
The K-pop industry.
Of course it is. I mean, like...
Why would you say of course? Pirating is not like it shouldn't be a norm, man.
I know.
By the way, this video was edited on Premiere Pro CC. We use a monthly subscription, pay Adobe, like $20 per month.
I just think it's ironic. A lot of musicians, not Soyeon, but like a lot of musicians, they complain about how people pirate their music and shit like that. But then they end up pirating software themselves.
Okay. I can't, like, legally you can't defend her.
I don't think there's any way to defend her. Korean people, a lot of them don't have any sense of guilt when pirating software. I think piracy right now is a little bit down due to a lot of services implementing like a subscription model. But before that, when we actually had to buy shit, like nobody bought shit.
I'll be totally honest, I'm using like cracked software a lot too.
I really hate people like you.
I mean, I have a couple of software. And
why? Why? You make a lot of money.
I don't make a lot of money. It's not about the money. Like,
what the f is it about then? That doesn't even make sense. I'm actually genuinely fucking pissed.
The program I use for pirating is like
for pirating?
No, like the pirated program I use is called. I'm gonna beep that out because
you're gonna get sued
or something. But
they're on your ass.
The only reason I used it for free, like, there's no justification, no defense. I know, but I had to use it just like one single time, and I didn't want to pay for that one single time.
Well, so you don't get to use it for that one single.
I know,
time.
But like. After that, I've not been using it at all. Soyeon might have like had a similar situation, and she got her lesson. And let's give her some slack.
No,
like, it's her first mess up, and she learned from it. And now, from now on, she actually made more awareness. And Cube is gonna support them full on.
Yeah,
so.
right. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Like, who's gonna fucking check?
One thing, the most prestigious and the oldest founded media communication department. Major in
what the fuck?
Korea has like a lab for editing, and it has like 40 computers, and half of them,
all of them,
use cracked, pirated software. So
Premiere Pro cracked.
If learning institutions are not using official programs, I'm not gonna pay for. Oh, I do admit.
You should pay for it.
I do.
You use this one fucking time, and you should pay for it. It's not like, hey, YH, I'm just gonna use this one time once.
Okay, my fault.
Okay.
My fault. I'm
sorry, guys. You have a good point.
I'm
like
sorry.
a college, like one of the most prestigious media schools in Korea, uses pirated versions of Adobe Premiere. Like, that's like unfucking believable. So like, I'm gonna just say Korea needs to change. I mean, the internet needs to change. Everybody pirates software, but me, I don't pirate shit. Like seriously, as somebody who lives off of, I don't pirate stuff. That's just not ethical. Yeah. I know, I mean, I'm not usually the ethical guy of the two.
I give an applaud for this today.
But I download music legally. I have a Netflix subscription, Naver Movies.
Wow. Yeah. Naver Movies.
Nobody uses that shit. But me, I use
uTorrent.
This is why people are starving. Like, companies go broke because of fuckers like you. These people, who made that movie, they have families. They go home to, like, they have, like, 3 kids, and they're all, like, eating soup because, like, they don't have money to feed their kids. And then you fucking download
I'm guilty, but let's be honest. I'm not the only one guilty. Throw stones at me if you're clean, okay?
Who pirates software? Like, put your hands
up. If any of you have used Kiss Asia or, those kind of, like, the Korean drama sites, like the streaming sites, or Anime Pill or Anime 24.
Shit, I don't even know any of this shit. I only know Netflix, man. And Pornhub. When I watch porn, I only watch porn from verified users. If I see the check mark, I'm like, okay, my ad money is going in good hands of the creators.
Verified. You might state that you watch verified content, but this statement is not verified. So I will personally check if you watch verified porn at your house tonight. Okay.
And we'll watch it together.
Yeah, I'll bug your computer, and I'm gonna see if you really watch only verified content on porn. The sole fact that you're accessing Pornhub is that you're breaking the law right now.
But I'm still giving money to the creators, to the people that deserve it. I'm respecting their work. Okay. So in conclusion, Soyeon, you've learned your lesson. Cube, you've learned your lesson. And I know a lot of other K-pop producers saw this and they're like, oh shit, like maybe I should be careful too.
I learned my lesson too.
Everybody, please don't stop using pirated software.
My conscience is aching.
The people that you are stealing from, they have families too.
Yeah.
They have 3 kids and they're living on Campbell's soup. So don't only view verified porn on Pornhub.
I love how DKDK always ends with porn. Okay. Next news. So Kang Daniel is under dispute from his company, but before we go into that, talking of oopsies.
Oopsie of the week! Oopsie of the week! It's back!
So this is actually not really K-pop related, but something very weird happened in Korea, right?
So fun. Can I just say it's funny? Nobody died. Nobody died. So it's funny. It's funny, right?
Yeah.
Nobody died.
It was dangerous, but result-wise, it was
pretty
okay,
funny.
Yeah.
On February 28th, a 6,000-ton ship.
Titanic.
It's a Titanic from Russia. A Russian ship crashed into Gwangan-daegyo, which is a bridge, very big bridge. It's
right in front of my house.
It's right in front of David's house in Busan.
It's like Golden Bridge.
It's Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
Actually, before it crashed into the bridge, it already crashed into the yacht. Funny thing was, like, it crashed into a yacht that was at the docks. The traffic control tower asked them, "Did you crash into that ship?" They were like, we crashed into it. And then like 3 minutes later, they're like, "Oh no, we didn't crash into it." And then they steered away, and then they were like steering directly into the bridge. It was like, if you look at the video, it's pretty funny.
No, it's very dangerous. Like, I called my mom right away, you know? Like, I called my mom because she lives in front of that and she uses that bridge to go to Haeundae every single day. And I was like, Mom, a fucking boat crashed.
It's not a boat, it's like a fucking Titanic.
A fucking Titanic crashed into Gwangan-daegyo. By any chance, are you on that bridge? And she was like, no, I'm at home watching my dogs. And I was like, then look outside the window, you'll see it. And she was like, oh yeah, there's a boat. What the fuck is a boat doing there?
It's like stuck there.
Mom, do not use the bridge at least like within 1 week or so before they do maintenance, and it's perfectly safe. And I was like horrified. Imagine the people who are driving.
Yeah, like it's like, what the fuck is this thing coming? Actually, there was a lot of traffic on that road, the bridge, that when the crash happened. The shitty part was the traffic control. They didn't contact the ship from 7 minutes prior to the crash to 7 minutes after. So for 14 minutes, while the ship was heading into the bridge and also crashed into the bridge, nobody said anything. What are you guys doing? Are you guys asleep? If you think about it, like the ship is going that way and it's not gonna stop. So like if you know it's gonna crash, I think the least you could do is evacuate people from that bridge. Right. But there was like, everybody was just going about their days.
That's crazy.
Maybe it's because Busan. You know, Busan people are like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll win.
Yeah, but that's actually fucked up. It's like we need protocols for this, and we need more awareness for safety issues, and
it gets even funnier. After the ship crashed, like police came and basically took the captain to custody. Yeah. They checked his blood for alcohol, and he was pretty intoxicated.
Oh my god.
The Russian captain, he said he had a glass of cognac to calm his stress after the crash. So after the dude crashed into the fucking bridge,
living thug life,
he was like, okay, shit, the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a glass of cognac.
I'm fucked.
So I'm like,
I might as well die with
yeah, I might as well get drunk, you know, like, oh, this is just too much. Let me just get away from reality. First of all, I don't believe the guy, and neither does the police. Their crew on the ship, they were saying like, oh shit, like the captain's drunk again, and like,
oh, drunk again.
This is what alcohol does to you. They were saying like, oh, we're gonna crash, we're fucked. And the captain's like, okay, I'll show you, man. I can drive this shit. And then like, and it just basically crashed.
He played too much GTA.
Yeah. Not good. Oopsie, but
very big oopsie.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh,
We got a disaster.
And we have another oopsie. What is this oopsie this time? I bet it's fine dust.
Yeah, it's fine dust.
Okay,
yeah,
so
my phone was going crazy right now, so
yeah.
I was like, what's this? And
we're getting emergency texts about fine dust twice a day. Like at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Korea is
like
a hazard place.
Don't come to Korea right now.
Like you'll get crashed by boats and you'll like die because of fine dust.
And people are pirating software left and right. Like you'll get robbed and shit. Like don't come to Korea.
And also
another reason you shouldn't come to Korea. You don't get to manage your own Instagram.
Oh yeah, so on to the next news. Former 101 member Kang Daniel, who's unquestionably the most famous and most popular member in 101, having trouble and disputes with his current company called LM Entertainment. For the guys who don't know 101, they were a project group from Produce 101 and they had a successful 2 years of career and they hit the peak, right? They pretty much hit the peak. They were under the management of CJENM and Swing Entertainment, but their contract expired. So all of the members have to do individual activities from now on and they have to go back to their own labels or find new labels. And Kang Daniel chose to go back to his former label, which switched their name into a new name called LM Entertainment. He was originally in that label for 4 years, but what happened is it has only been 1 month since his signing, re-signing with this company, and they're already in dispute. There already talks about him coming out from the company. Nobody knows the exact detail or what clause caused the dispute of this whole disagreement. But one thing that we do know is that the agency did not allow Kang Daniel to manage his own Instagram. They did not transfer the social media accounts they were managing to Kang Daniel's own possession or own management, and he was pissed about that. He actually made a new Instagram account.
He made his own one.
His own one, like with his own fingers.
Well,
that sounds weird,
well, yeah,
but like,
obviously,
for celebrities, you know, the process is very strict. The funny thing is his former Instagram account has a Guinness record of like fastest followers or something, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember the numbers, but this one had equivalent speed as well. It's pretty amazing. But that's basically what's happening. He has his own representative negotiating with the company. He's talking with the company, and there are articles about this situation. A lot of people have interest in this, and he put out an official statement.
I am in dispute with LM Entertainment. It was difficult for me to think things through after I saw so many vicious articles that were not true, but I was more worried about the fans who would have been hurt by the untruthful stories.
So do you know what the untruthful stories he's talking about here is?
The one who I cannot name.
He who must not be named.
Yes. You know who.
Oh,
you know who.
So
shit.
The person who is the hot potato of Korea right now, like.
But we cannot name him.
Unverified news coming out from media outlets that he was going around to places to talk to like 선배s in the K-pop industry or finding like foreign investors. Regarding this, he who must not be named was alleged. Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it. Was allegedly involved. Involved in this process. Like Seungri went to his concerts and they had like photo times together. They had times together.
I mean, like anything that's like related to Seungri right now, like nobody really wants to be correlated with Seungri anymore. Sandra Park. She deleted her vlog.
Yeah, she
that
deleted
was with
her
the
vlog.
Seungri.
So people were thinking that Seungri was the mastermind behind this whole thing.
For that,
people were actually assuming that Seungri was trying to like, you know, Kang Daniel has a huge population. No, so he wanted to make Kang Daniel for his own, like, and you know, like raise him or something, as his
under his label.
Yeah, under his label or something. These are all alleged claims. These are all untrue and denied by Kang Daniel.
Okay,
he denied it right here.
Yeah.
So
make that clear.
Make that clear.
We're not saying this shit. We're not saying this shit.
The controversial situation is that the Kang Daniel fans, the immediate response was that they were so outraged that he got involved with Seungri.
Yeah.
Seungri right now is going through like a lot of stuff in the Korean public.
It's not good.
We'll just say it's not good. It's really bad.
I don't think I've seen a celebrity this hated by the public in a very long time.
It's severe because it's not just about the celebrity individual anymore. It's about the like whole corruption and clubs, prostitution, drugs.
Rape.
So a full-on investigation by like the Seoul Metropolitan Police itself is going on, and right now it's not the time to be like associated with him. So like a lot of fans were concerned about this fact. But anyways, he denied all claims and all false news. Kang Daniel actually posted Please believe in me and wait a little bit longer. The truth will be revealed. Nobody knows what the truth he's talking about is, but...
Yeah, I actually like listening from your story. Everything seems so fucking vague. Just basically no details. He's in a dispute. That's the only fact we know.
Well, his official statement just confirms that he is in a dispute.
Yeah.
And he didn't get his social media account management right. And he denied that he's doing anything with Seungri. That came out from his own mouth. On the other hand, LM Entertainment statement, and they said,
"It's true that we received a certification of content, but it was a request to modify clauses in the contract, not to terminate it. We are currently discussing the modification of the contract's clauses."
Derived from this, I think the entertainment doesn't want to miss Kang Daniel.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to
Let him
go. They're saying not to terminate, modifying the clauses. So we can see the nuance here.
Okay, we're not fighting. We're just like trying to talk it out.
The entertainment company, it's not that big. Actually, the only asset they have is pretty much Kang Daniel. So if I were the CEO, or
I'd be like kneeling and shit, man. Like,
yes, exactly.
You know, like you have your fucking Instagram, you're Kang Daniel. Like you can make whatever shit and turn into gold.
Exactly. And I think Kang Daniel knows that fact too, and that's why he's going through this.
Maybe he wants a better contract.
Of course he does.
How does he want a better contract in
he's
1
not,
month?
He's not happy with one like clause or something. Like,
Really?
Maybe it's like a very exclusive something.
Maybe he realized later.
Yeah. So maybe something's happening like that.
That's why you need a lawyer.
Anyways, every option is open. The debate of today is based on the fact, the only fact we can get from this whole incident. It's the fact that he was not able to manage his own social media account. So the debate is, are idols, K-pop idols, should they be allowed to manage their own social media accounts? 하나, 둘, 셋. X?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We're agreeing for once.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, it all depends on the contract, to be honest. If your contract allows it, sure, why not? But I would assume that most contracts for idols, they don't allow direct control of their Instagrams or social media because an idol is a product that many people have their livelihood depending upon. If somebody's independent, then they can do whatever they want. But since they are in a company and they're in a contract and they are being managed, that makes them liable to certain responsibilities and also handing off some of their freedom. And the management supports them by, you know, funding them and stuff like that. And if you think about like how many people depend on this one single person to make a living, then it's not so easy to say, oh, they can do whatever they want because say they make a wrong Instagram post, they make a drunk Instagram post. Then suddenly, not only yourself, not only your career, but the entire company's career and their financial situation is in jeopardy. When IU posted that picture of her with Eunhyuk, when she accidentally posted that picture for like 10 seconds, everybody went crazy.
I totally agree. Celebrity itself is like an asset. I would say it's an asset.
Oh, it's
better
than a product.
It's not factory or something. One single thing they do, it affects the stock market prices. You know, solely just looking at that, like, you know, somebody does drugs, the stock market prices plummet down.
Dating scandal.
Yeah, a dating scandal, it goes down. And like billions of dollars are lost by that one single thing. So of course, the company should have some management over social media accounts. But I do think there's a gray area here. There's an area for negotiation. It's really hard to define this, like what's right or not to post. But like if it's just a selfie of yourself, or if it's just like something very normal, then maybe they can just have access to that and post whatever they want. And like a lot of people are actually successful because of that.
Think about it, like us taking selfies with idols. They all need to be confirmed. Not on like the personal level of like idols saying it's okay. They have to go through like multiple layers of confirmation, like really high up for a freaking selfie. So if you think about that, like I can't upload a selfie with an idol on my Instagram without confirming like 3 other people in the company, then you can see how like these idols probably don't have a lot of freedom. What about us?
Us? That's why I separated from you on Twitter. I told you not to swear and not to post like weird ass shit.
That's boring. I'm just keeping it real.
So you have Irrelevant Danny for that, so go follow Irrelevant Danny if you want to see all the cursing and all the terror.
Sex offender.
The sex offender and pedophile and whatever.
Okay.
On Twitter. I'm not saying he is.
Yeah, no, I'm not in real life. In real life, I'm a nice boy. I don't pirate software.
Nice.
I only watch verified porn. Yeah. So there you go. That's it for news this week.
Let us know what you think about these issues. Like your opinions. Like let's make a agora down below on the comment section.
Our comment sections are very intellectual.
Yeah, it's just very educational.
Compared to a lot of other YouTube channels, we're like, oh my god, like Stan Luna, wet. My wig.
It's gonna be like paragraphs.
Yeah. I want to read your essays. Come check out our Patreon at patreon.com/DKDKTV. I do podcasts. We're gonna talk about Fine Dust this week.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's like. Do you want to come?
No.
Okay. Well, David has his own shit.
I do reactions.
Yeah.
Good old reactions.
Good old reactions for the simpletons, for the more intellectual ducks.
Shut up.